Okay, let me just make sure the view is all good. And I'll get us started. Oh, here we go. So, hello, everyone watching the recording. It is Danielle and I today, but you guys will still watch, follow the form, follow the warm up. And let's actually start with just bringing your knee to your chest. So alternating, pulling the knee up to the chest. Alternating, just really staying as tall as possible. And then now we're going to switch into a reverse lunge. So stepping back, reaching above your head. So alternating, stepping, keep going. I'm going to lower my camera so that you can see my feet. Okay. So each alternating the step back and reach to open up your hip flexor. That's normally in a seated position. Lunge and reach. And then now we're going to go side to side. So you can take a really wide stance and we're just going to shift our weight to the left and to the right. And it's okay if you don't want to go as deep right now because your body's just getting warmed up. But as best you can, we're just working on the lateral movements in your hip joint. So alternating left and right. And now we'll come back to a normal stance, hands on hips, and we're going to bend at the hips, reaching the hips behind you, keeping your chest wide open, and then pushing into the heels to stand. So just the stretch should be felt in your hamstrings. So when you bend, try to find that stretch right behind the back of your legs. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do big shoulder circles. We're going to just move up to the top of our body. Shoulder circles forward, up, and back. And then reverse directions. Back, up, and forward. Now extend your arms out, palms facing up. And now with your right hand, I want you to turn it down. Now turn it up, but going in this awkward internal position. They call it internal rotation. We're going to swivel both hands in that way. So the palms always end up facing up, but when one arm always turns inward, downward, in order to alternate. And now we're going to release and we're going to have our thumbs up and you're just going to reach behind you to open up the chest. We'll be doing push-ups and dumbbell flies. And now I want you to come down to the ground. We're going to do our last little upper body opener. Hand on your ear with the left, reach the elbow towards the other elbow. Now open your left elbow up towards the ceiling, letting your eyes follow. So we're just going to stay here in a closing and opening towards the ceiling position. And then let's do the other side. And just a couple more here. All right, and just let's actually get a little cat-cows because I know I feel a little stiff this morning. So gently rotating your spine into this rounded position, then moving into an arch position, rounded to arch. All right, we'll come up to stand. And Danielle, since it's just you and me, I actually want you to mimic the moves as I demo the first block, just so you're kind of moving and warming up. So the first exercise we have is a dumbbell bench fly. I took a chair out just to kind of show this way of using it. because it gives you more range of motion. But a fly eventually, essentially is, so you want to use the chair where you could support your head and your upper back. So, and then you're holding the rest of your body up in this position. And the fly essentially is starting at the top, and you open the weights up. Your arms are fairly straight. They can be slightly bent. And then you squeeze your chest together to bring the dumbbells together. So when you bring the dumbbells together, your chest squeezes. This is an exercise that works your pecs. So I want you to think about that. So that's the first one, the dumbbell fly, which is 10 reps. And then from here, whether it's on a chair or on the floor, we're going into a wide grip push-up. So narrow, regular push-up is right here by your shoulders. We're going to go probably a hand wider. But what I want to make sure is our elbows don't come out when we go wider. The elbows are still tucked down. So you're going to go on the chair, it's harder, but when you have a table or something, so it'll be easier to go wider. And on the floor, I just go a little wider than I normally would to do the push-up. So remember, all the same cues apply. It's just that you're about one hand wider on each side for the wide grip push-up. And then you're going into a dumbbell glute bridge. So you can either have a band across above your knees, or you can do no band. And I want you to use your heaviest dumbbell, because now you're going to be using your glutes to lift the weight up. So you're going to first tuck the pelvis up slightly and then lift using your glutes. Whole foot is pressing into the floor as you lift, and then you'll come down. So it's really lifting with your glutes. So you're lifting extra weight since the dumbbell is on your hip bones. And you're going to be doing 15 of those, but I'll remind you guys as you do it. All right, Miss Danielle. You have a whole bunch of people doing it with you. You just don't see them right now. Okay, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, and I'll go over. So you're doing the bench fly. You're doing 10 reps of the bench fly. Yeah, Danielle, that's great. I love it. So we get 10 reps of the bench fly, and then you'll turn around to go into the wide grip push-up. Yep, and think of your chest, like your chest is squeezing up. So now the wide grip push-up, it's not hard, Ken, so if you're gonna do it off the mantle, think something that's a doable range. So if it's 5 or 6, that's okay, because this is really about a working set. That is fantastic, Danielle, fantastic. Then now you're doing the banded, with the band or without, glute bridge with the dumbbell, using your heaviest weight, and you're doing 15. That's it, Danielle, it's perfect, you got it. Fantastic, and now we're gonna go back to the bench flies. So perfect, you got a bench there, a little baby bench. Danielle, can you have the dumbbells, your palms facing each other, and it's gonna be more of like opening. Yep, and a little less elbow bend. So when you open, your arms are almost pretty straight when you open. It's like opening and closing. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Perfect. And then back to the wide grip push-up. You're doing fantastic. This push-ups are looking great. If and when you're ready, Danielle, I think you can go on a slightly lower incline. I don't know if you have something like nothing, not half that distance, something a little lower. It's like a little bit of building body confidence. That's it. You got it, Danielle. That's it. Fantastic. We have about under 3 minutes in this block. You're doing fantastic. Ideally, everyone watching, you should get in about 3 rounds. You might get more, but it's designed so that it's about a minute per exercise, so that there's a little bit of transition or rest time if needed. But 3 solid rounds, I think, is very doable. Great. This is probably your last round. We have a time check. It's about 2 minutes and change, and I think you'll definitely get. Great, Danielle. I think you can probably get in one more bench squat. It's dumbbell fly. Got about a little over a minute. Got 20 more seconds. I think you get in a few push-ups. Or take a rest. It's up to you. You've got time. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to go into our next block. Let me just get ready. Oh, trying to switch my screen. Okay. So in this block, we're going to be doing a lot more lower body and a core exercise. So we're starting first with something called an isometric split squat with a row. What that means, Danielle, is you're in this lunge position. The back knee is kind of raised, so it's almost like two 90-degree angles, and you're going to row. So it's, you know, I think a lot of times people extend the back leg, but in this one, your weight is balanced between the 2 feet, but you're in this, the back leg has a knee bend, and it's a pretty deep knee bend. So you're going to do row like this, and then you'll switch over to the other side. Yep, you got that. That's it. I can see you get. So it's going to be very big knee bend behind as you do the row, keeping the collarbone spread. So you're going to have 8 on each side, and then you're doing dumbbell surrenders. You can do this with or without weight. And this is really a practice about getting up and down from the ground with control. So you can use 1 or 2 dumbbells or no dumbbells, and it's really coming down onto the ground, other leg, other knee, and then back up. And so it's great to have padding, but it's not easy to control yourself on the way down and coming back up. So you're going to do 6 reps leading with each side. And then the final exercise is a dead bug. You can use with or without yoga block. Yoga block just kind of forces more sensory tension, but you can also just press your knee into the hand and the hand into the knee, and then we'll extend. Oh, hello, Zeke. And then you're going to be doing 10 of these, and hopefully a dog is nearby saying hello. So you can do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. Okay, Zeke. All right. Let me turn the music down, it's a bit loud. If you have a yoga block, that's great. If not, no worries. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. So the isometric split squat row, you can get 8 to 10 on that side and 8 to 10 on the other. Yeah, you got it. And so you'll feel a little bit more tension. So you got the 8 and 8 on each side, and then the dumbbell surrenders is 6 and 6. No, you perfect with the body weight. Body weight is fantastic. Yeah, that's it. And then keep focused on pushing your belly button towards your spine, especially when you extend your right arm and right leg out. And Danielle, with the left hand, push it against your left knee and let the left knee push into your left hand. So there's tension on that side. Yeah, there you go. Great job. That's it. You got it on that split stance row. That's it. Fantastic job on that. Try not to lean your hands on your thigh when you come up. So think of it as like, yep, yeah. It uses a lot more of your core to stabilize and help you pull yourself up. It's training your body to get up and down later on. I see it in a lot of more older people. They have a hard time getting up and down from the ground. Even though it doesn't sound like it'd be hard, it does get harder. That's it. Yep. Keep that lower back pushed into the ground. You're doing great. And if it starts to feel easy, ask yourself, am I applying enough tension? Am I keeping my back touching the ground? Am I pushing hard enough on the side that's not doing that's not moving? We got about 3 minutes left, which is probably about one more round. You're doing great on time. Nice job. Onto the dumbbell surrenders or bodyweight surrenders. You're doing a great job on controlling the coming up and down, Danielle. Excellent job. And you'll probably notice when you're doing it that one side is a little easier than the other, which is very natural. Great, and then you're now on your dead bugs. Doing a great job. And then we're gonna hit our finisher right after. Short and sweet on a Saturday. This week, I noticed a lot of people just in the city are also away. I think with July 4th falling on a Monday, people took this week off. It's gonna be perfect timing with the end of this circuit. Less than 10 seconds. All right, you're done. Okay, let's go on to our finisher. So guess what? It's a great thing that you went to the swing workshop, and everybody did, because we are doing swings. That's why we wanted to make sure you guys got the practice in. So the finisher is only gonna be 2 rounds, and there's 4 exercises. Hello, Zeke. And then the first exercise is gonna be swings. So that's right, Daniel, you're gonna be doing the dumbbell swings. So remember, with the dumbbell swings, with the swings, it's as if I'm about to jump forward, but then I catch myself and keep my feet planted to the ground. So it's like back and then. So it really is as if I'm about to jump, but then I stop myself from actually jumping. So there's an abrupt stop before it comes back. So you're just going to be continual swings. Second exercise will be the forearm plank. Everyone knows good old forearm plank, keeping the legs squeezed together and the hips the same height as your shoulders. I'll let you know if you need to drop the hips. Then we have squat jumps or explosive squats. So arms come out in front when you're down here, and then when you come up, the arms come behind. So it's either an explosive squat or a squat jump. And the last exercise is you're going to be down here on the floor to start. Then you'll elevate the knees just a teeny tiny bit, and from here you step out into a high plank, then come back into this all fours position, but knees are hovering. So everything is going to be only 35 seconds of work and 2 rounds. All right, we're going to get started with the swings. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Yes, that is it. Very nice hip extension there at the top. Perfect, Danielle. So you're going for 20 more seconds here. Doing great. I can see how the workshop was helpful. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to take a rest. You got about a 25-second rest, and then we're going to go into the forearm plank. So you're just going to be still holding a plank, moving on the dumbbells. We got 10 more seconds. Or you're just holding a plank, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's hold that forearm plank. Fantastic. Keep the heels and the knees squeezed. You should feel your whole midsection a little bit tighter. Just holding that plank. Got about 15 seconds left. You got this, Danielle. 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. We're all set. We're going to go into the squat jumps or the explosive squats. As long as you keep it a brisk pace, that's all that matters. So you're either going to be on the balls of your feet or actually jumping. But I like to start the arms out in front, because then when you come up, the arms come behind, like a little counterbalance, starting in 3, 2, 1, and start. That's great. Keep up that pace. You got it. You got it. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Great. You're taking a little rest. And we're going into that bear position to high plank. Bear to high plank. Bear to high plank. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and start. Yes, excellent. You're keeping your hips at a great level. Danielle, you're doing fantastic. So you don't have to go fast in this one. This is all about keeping it level as you are. You got 5 more seconds, Danielle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little rest. We only got one more round of everything. One more set of swings. You're doing great. Just think, once we get through the next 4 minutes, we're just stretching and you're done. 15, less than 15 seconds for the swings. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and swing. Great job. Keep your eyes, find a spot on the low horizon and just keep your eyes there. I know you want to look, have your eyes follow your hips, but a little spot on the low horizon as you swing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little rest. We're going to go into the forearm plank. Starting in 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's hold that plank, keeping the hips at the same height as your shoulders. Knees are squeezing together, keeping the heels squeezed together, tightens up the legs, which in turn tightens up your core. It's okay, take a little breath and just go back into it. You're doing great, Danielle. We got 15 seconds left. 10 more seconds. You got 10 more seconds, Danielle. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you can take a little rest. Now we're going to go into those squat jumps. Almost there. Squat jumps, then bear to high plank, and then you are done. All right, starting in 10 seconds into the squat jumps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Squat jumps or explosive squats. 15 more seconds. 10. Come on, Daniel, you got it. Just 5 more seconds of your time. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're resting. We only have one more thing. One more thing. Just the bear to high plank. Bear to high plank. Starting in 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Bear to high plank. You got it, Danielle. You got 15 more seconds. Just 15 more seconds. You can hold out. You can. Yes, you can. 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are done. You are done. I know, Miss Danielle. Let's go into our stretch. Let me just switch so I can see. Okay, we're gonna start down on the ground because that's the best way to cool down. We're gonna start down on the ground, and I'm gonna have you hug your right knee into the chest, extending your left leg fully. Let's keep that left leg down. And then you'll straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, gently tugging the back of the leg towards you for a little bit of a hamstring stretch. And then we're going to bend that right knee, bring it over to the left side on the ground. Extend your right arm and look over the right shoulder. So try to reach the right knee to the floor as your right shoulder tries to reach the floor also. We're going to come back to center, place the right ankle on the left thigh, and pull the left leg into your chest. So this should be more of a stretch in the right hip. And now we're going to switch legs, extend the right leg, hug the left knee, pulling it up against your chest. And extend the left leg up, gently tugging the back of the leg towards your head to feel a stretch in the hammies. Now bending the left knee, bring it to the right side of your body towards the floor. Extend the left arm and look over the left shoulder. Taking deep breaths in your lower belly. And coming back to center, placing the left ankle on the right thigh and pulling the right leg in towards the chest for a stretch in the left hip. We'll gently release and roll over onto the stomach, propping yourself up with your forearms. Pull your chest through the arms and lift upwards. We're going into a little back bend here, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Now gently bring your hips back towards your heels, but don't sit onto your heels. Tent your fingers out. And now press your chest through your shoulders. So your hips are not seated on the heels, but more lift in the air to give this more of an intense shoulder stretch. And now coming on to all fours, take the right arm, open it up towards the ceiling as far as you can, and needle it through the left. Gently rest the right side of your head on the floor. We're going for a stretch in the back of your shoulder on the right side. And we'll come back to all fours. Open the left arm up as wide as you can towards the ceiling, letting your eyes look at the ceiling. And now needle that arm through the right. Gently rest the left side of your head on the floor. And we'll come back to all fours and gently round your back into a cat position. And then into the cow. We'll do 2 more of these cat. And then cow. And 1 more cat. And the last cow. And we are done with today's workout. Let me just shut off our recording. Oop. Nice job, everybody.